special. I think for a long time it was a secret. Fort Collins isn't a secret anymore. It's a pretty amazing place.
From large global corporations to small businesses, Fort Collins provides many employment opportunities for for residents of this community.
We're able to attract a lot of great people, both through internships and when they graduate, as well as just the fact that it is a university town, plays a big role in Fort Collins being such a great place and an attractive place for people to come.
I had clubs in Springfield, Illinois, Champaign, Illinois, in St. Louis, and in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but none of them compared to what takes place in Fort Collins.
From outdoor activities to quality of life opportunities to recreational activities. You know, Fort Collins is frequently recognized as the top 10 places to live and work by a number of national organizations.
Well, I think what's unique about Fort Collins is that it really has a small town feel, but it's got the amenities and services of a much larger city.
The small town thing has been very important for us. We like the way that we work, and our customers appreciate the way that we work. We're now getting onto second generation customers who their parents bought feed from us, and now they're buying feed from us as well. We really embrace this community as a whole.
Culturally, Fort Collins has been a great fit. I mean, we've raised our kids here, grown up here. People ask, well, why do you stay here? I go, well, why would I leave? You know, there's really no reason to leave. It's easy to recruit here. People come here all the time to order and interview, and many times what they say is, well, how much do I have to pay you to work here?
I'm thankful that our city planners are vigilant on making sure that growth is steady and planned, because Fort Collins is a wonderful place to live, and I would see it getting out of control if they weren't such great planners. So I'm thankful for that.
I think business is going to continue growing in Fort Collins. Fort Collins will continue growing not only in population but also the businesses. I think CSU, companies like Otterbox, Woodward, New Belgium, these are all companies that will continue to grow.
All of these wonderful primary employers investing in the city of Fort Collins, and that creates the basis from which this city will continue thriving. The other cool things that are going on is on the arts and cultural side. Continuing to see all kinds of new investments in the city of Fort Collins from the arts and cultural perspective. All of that brings in cool, dynamic people who want to live and work in this town.
I don't have a coloring book that I have to stay within. I can do whatever I want. I can write a song about love, and I can write a song about politics. The business model that I've chose for my music isn't something that I have to live within any walls. There's no walls. It's just constant growth and creativity.
Residents of Fort Collins are extremely supportive of businesses as well as nonprofit organizations and community events, which really adds to the charm of this area.
I think from the bottom up and the top down, Fort Collins is an amazing place to do business. We work with the Larimer County Fair and Rodeo, so we design and donate the crowns for Larimer County Fair and Rodeo Queens. And that's just part of who we are as small town jewelers. That's what we grew up doing, and we've been able to bring it to Fort Collins 30 years ago, and we didn't miss a beat. So Fort Collins has a small town feel, even though it's growing. I don't think it'll ever change. It's a beautiful place to live and a beautiful place to do business.
There's a lot of energy here, and there are a lot of people on that tip as far as let's go out and create. And when you have more people doing that, I think it creates more jobs and more ideas. And if everybody continues to push each other to be better and bigger and bolder and come out with the next best idea or song or way to promote your business, I think that makes Fort Collins unique, because we care. Everybody cares so much about one another in this community. So there's a lot of helping hands.
Fortunately, I believe that there are all kinds of business leaders, community leaders that are very interested in continuing to retain the wonderful environment that is the city of Fort Collins. And through some intentional growth, some good positive growth of the city of Fort Collins, we'll maintain that dynamic.
North College is the next thing. It's going to be, they're expanding Old Town, they're bringing a lot of people in, and they're trying to improve the area, and I think we're one of the first people to be down here to do that. And so I think that's kind of going to put us in as a staple again. You know, we're a staple in Old Town. We're going to be a staple here.
We've got these wonderful primary employers from people, HP and Agilent and Anheuser-Busch, who've been here for a long while. We've got Woodward Governor, who's been in this town for in excess of 30 years, reinvesting in the city of Fort Collins when they've had opportunities to move away.
Woodward's bringing, I don't think people even know how many new jobs it's bringing, but I'm sure it's well over 1,000 new jobs to Fort Collins, and you know, centrally located around Old Town. I think we probably overlooked the impact that that's going to have right here in Fort Collins. I mean, every time I drive by that thing, it's like, wow.
I think it's going to be imperative that Fort Collins remembers what started this town. It's not big box stores like Walmart, it's the little guys. And I think as long as Fort Collins continues to embrace the small business, the hard startups, the ones that have a great idea and they have a lot of passion for something, I think Fort Collins can grow in a totally different way than places like Denver. You know, we can keep that small town feel if we keep supporting small business.
Fort Collins is never going to slow down. I mean, it is truly, I think it's a paradise. You only have to move away to realize how wonderful it is.